Welcome to the Grade 9 Highlander presentation for course selections for Grade 10, 2021-2022. In a normal school year, guidance would host these sessions in the auditorium with all of our Grade 9s. As with everything else we've managed this year, we've had to adapt and move to a virtual format. We still want to ensure that you receive all the necessary information to help you get started with planning and picking your courses for next year. We have quite a bit of info to get through today, and we'll hopefully have some time for question and answer at the end. There are a few housekeeping requests we'd like to make before we get started. First, please make sure that your mic and camera are turned off for the duration of the presentation. Second, if you have a question that comes up during the presentation, you're welcome to post it to the chat in the Google Meet itself. We have other guidance counselors on hand to moderate and track questions, and we can try to address these for you at the end of today's presentation. So with that, let's get started. With all the COVID disruptions this year, the school board has decided to extend course selection timelines to allow students more time to research, meet with your guidance counselor, and make decisions about next year's courses. We will be using MyWay once again this year as the online site for selecting your classes. MyWay is actually open now and will remain open until Tuesday, March 22nd. This is nearly a full month longer than usual. From February 16th until March 12th, guidance staff are available to meet with you virtually to assist with your course choices, something we strongly recommend so that you're placed properly for next year. During this time, we'll also meet with Fast Forward students to help you select your 2021 courses. MyWay will close at 3 p.m. on Tuesday, March 22nd. After that, school administration and guidance will use your course selections to start working on next year's timetable sometime later this spring. When planning your courses for next year, a reminder that Grade 10 students have 5 compulsory courses: English, Math, Science, Canadian History, and the 2 half-credit courses, Career Studies and Civics. You also have 3 elective courses to fill your 8-credit schedule for Grade 10. Quite a few of our students plan to take a summer school course between Grade 9 and 10, and Careers and Civics is the most popular choice. If you're hoping to take a summer compulsory course, you will need to pick a 4th elective credit to replace that in next year's schedule. I'll talk a bit more about summer school later in this presentation. When planning your electives, check to see if you've completed the required arts, phys ed, or group credits. Guidance recommends you try to complete these as early in high school as you can to give yourself greater flexibility in your senior grades. Also consider what your plans may be for grades 11 and 12. Check to see if you're taking the correct courses in grade 10 to prepare you for future pathways by ensuring you have the appropriate prerequisites in place. Now some pointers about research and planning to get you started. Taking the time to research and plan your courses for next year is extremely important, and there are a few key points to consider when mapping out your choices. First, what level courses are you taking this year in grade 9? If you're earning marks of at least 70 to 75% in those courses, you're likely in good shape to continue at that same level next year. An important part of that is thinking about what pathway you want to take in the future. A reminder that academic level courses typically lead to university or mixed level courses in grades 11 and 12. If you're considering pre-advanced placement for next year, please note that grade 10 math is now the only option. Grade 10 pre-AP science is no longer available. Pre-AP chemistry and physics are options in grade 11 for interested students. 2021 pre-AP applications will come out soon, so watch the Google Classroom and the SJAM website for more info. Students taking applied level courses in grades 9 and 10, these typically lead to college level courses in their senior grades, and Fast Forward students will typically continue in essential level courses right through until grade 12. So, ask yourself where you think you'll end up after high school and plan backwards. Try to ensure that you have the right courses at the right level to prepare you for your future potential destinations. The good news here is that there are plenty of resources to help you figure out what that path should look like. And also consider if things like summer school, co-op, specialist high skills major, e-learning and other e-learning or learning models might play into your plans. As mentioned, you're going to pick at least 3 elective options for next year. Make sure you look ahead into grade 11 to see if any courses you might want to take have specific prerequisites. Also think about how courses may fit into your schedule if you plan to reach ahead into certain grade 11 courses while you're in grade 10. Will you have the necessary prerequisite course completed to allow you to take that class next year? Guidance can't stress this enough. Please choose your courses very, very carefully. Your choices directly affect how many sections of a class will run here at SJAM or if it will run at all. And scheduling isn't done first come, first served, so you don't have to rush to get your selections submitted right away. Take the time to pick your courses that you really want in your schedule for next year. Otherwise, courses could get canceled or we might not be able to make changes later. Also plan to pick a minimum of 2 alternate courses that guidance could use as replacements should we run into course conflicts in your schedule or if an elective is canceled due to low enrollment. These alternates should be serious choices that you'd be okay with taking next year, as guidance could have to make a quick change once timetabling starts. Looking further down the road in terms of your high school career, for those of you that see yourself pursuing a university-bound pathway, you should be planning on taking your core courses at the academic level next year in preparation for future university or mixed level courses in grade 11 and 12. Down the road, you'll need at least 6 grade 12 U or M level courses, including 4U English and other required subjects, in order to apply to any Ontario university. So, do your research and plan ahead for what grade 11 courses you'll need for those eventual grade 12 classes. If you're considering a college diploma program as a potential destination, the requirements for those programs are quite different from university. Students heading into a college diploma can take either applied or academic level courses in grades 9 and 10, and then college, university, or mixed level courses in grades 11 and 12. And unlike university, you don't need 6 grade 12 credits to apply. Primarily, it's just your grade 12 English at either the university or college level, and any other required courses, such as a grade 11 or 12 math. Each year, a number of our grads head into an apprenticeship training program or directly into the workplace. These pathways can be based on relevant courses and/or work and co-op experience that you might have gained while you're in high school. Apprenticeships are a great option that allow you to get paid while working towards certification with an employer, typically in a skilled trade. If you see yourself heading off to work right after graduation, perhaps heading into a full-time job or taking some time to work to save money for post-secondary, guidance can also assist with a number of workplace support options. Continuing on with the research and assistance, if you haven't already done so, please make sure you check out the SJAM website for plenty of helpful info when mapping out your courses for next year. Under the Guidance tab, you'll find a variety of resources to assist you with choosing wisely. This includes detailed course descriptions and materials provided by each department at SJAM so you can read up on what to expect in specific classes. You can also access a PDF version of the 2021 updated course calendar that lists all of our course offerings for next year. This includes specific course prerequisites, info on things like specialist high skills majors and pre-AP, and a helpful high school planner that you can use to track and map out your courses. We're also going to rely very heavily on the Guidance Google Classroom to share a number of helpful resources with you starting later this week. That includes some useful promotional material from a number of our elective areas to help you make informed choices for next year, including some short videos, slideshows, and so on, again, to provide more information for you. Beyond the website and Google Classroom, we can't stress enough the importance of involving your guidance counselor in the research and planning process. We are the in-house SJAM experts when it comes to high school planning and can provide a huge amount of informed advice when you're making your decisions. Please consider booking an appointment with us in the coming weeks so we can assist where needed. Also talk to your subject teachers to get info on future courses in those areas, as they are the pros when it comes to course content and preparation. Involve your parents, your family, friends when making decisions as well, and consider checking out some great websites if you really want to reach ahead and look into university and college programs. OntarioUniversitiesInfo.ca and OntarioColleges.ca are 2 fantastic websites to allow you to start doing some preliminary research into post-secondary. As mentioned, the SJAM website is a great starting point, and if you haven't used it recently, definitely check out My Blueprint. My Blueprint is a fantastic website, and you can access this great resource by visiting myblueprint.ca/WRDSB. You're going to use your school, Google, and login password information to access your online profile. We suggest you complete the helpful grade-specific tasks you'll find on the home screen, or you can navigate the side menu to access a variety of great resources, including Who Am I personal surveys, post-secondary and work research links, and more. If you complete a number of the assigned tasks on your home screen, you can also earn My Blueprint points that you can put towards online draws for gift cards and so on. One of the most powerful tools built into this site is the High School Planner. As you complete your high school courses here at SJAM, this info is automatically loaded with that academic information. You can map out all your courses from grade 9 to grade 12 and see how your planned classes will affect future potential post-secondary destinations. The website also allows you to create multiple high school plans to create different potential pathways to choose from. Certainly check this out. It's a great way to start figuring out where you might end up after your time at SJAM and is a great starting point for conversations with your guidance counselor. Now, once you've taken the time to research and plan, You're ready to jump into MyWay to complete your actual course selections. We will post the necessary link to MyWay in our Google Classroom, but you can also visit myway.wrdsb.ca or click on the link found on the SJAM homepage. And you're going to use your school account login information and follow the steps I'm about to cover on the next few screens. If you've been through the MyWay course selection process before, then this will be a bit of a refresher for you. For those of you that are brand new to the WRDSB, make sure you pay close attention so you know what to do, but rest assured it's a pretty easy process. You're going to click on the Course Request tab on the MyWay home screen. From there, you're going to select Destination for next year. If you're planning on coming back to SJAM as your home school for 2021, you're going to select I will be returning to the school board and then click Submit and Continue. On the next screen, this is where you're actually going to pick your courses. Make sure you click the appropriate grade level for the level of courses you're choosing, as the drop-down menu will change. If you're considering any Reach Ahead grade 11 courses for next year, you will have to switch the grade button from grade 10 to grade 11 to access those specific classes. Start by picking your compulsory courses first. Choose one at a time and then click the Add Course button. You'll see the class appear under your courses list at the bottom of the screen. After adding your compulsory courses, you'll then add your electives until you have 8 credits showing in your list. If you pick Careers and Civics for during the school year, you will actually have 9 courses listed but 8 credits, so please make sure to double check that this information is correct. Once you have your compulsory and elective courses added, you will then choose at least 2 alternate courses. Select these from the drop-down menu, ensure that you have the alternate course box checked for each one before clicking the Add Course button. Now, here's a big change from normal school years. In the past, we'd have you print out your course selections and use these printouts to track your choices, your alternate courses, and any special instructions or requests that you may have, including indicating that you want to do summer school. Thanks to COVID, we can't do that this year, so we've had to add a new mandatory step to help us finalize your course selections. So as mentioned, you're not going to print out your MyWay course selections because we can't actually collect them here at the school. So all students will be required to complete a short Google form to confirm your course selections for us. The link to this form will appear in the Guidance Google Classroom and on the SJAM website later this week. You'll access this form using your school Google account. Please fill in your personal details, including your first and last name and your student number. Once you've completed this step, please enter the alternate courses that you chose in MyWay and submit them in the order of preference. First choice being number 1, second choice number 2, and so on. This is extremely important since alternate course information gets wiped out once we download your course selections into our Trillium scheduling system. If you don't fill out this form, we no longer have your alternate options, and this could create serious scheduling issues down the road. You're also going to use this form to provide us with any special timetable requests you may have, such as separating certain subjects like math and science. But please do not use this form to request specific teachers, as we don't have that information and can't accommodate those requests at this time. In order to complete the form, you're going to need to provide a parent or guardian email for us. This effectively replaces their signature on the printed course selection sheet and provides guidance with a direct contact should we need to reach out to you during timetabling. The very last step is to check off if you're planning on doing summer school. If you check no, you'll be taken to the Submit Form button and you're complete. If you check yes, you'll be asked to provide information about what summer school course you intend to take so that guidance can track this information later on. And when summer school registration is made available, we'll make sure to reach out and contact you. Please note that summer school information is not yet available. We're hoping to get updates sometime in March or April. Registration for summer school typically occurs from April until June, and we will provide information to all students once we have it available here at SJAM. Now, before we wrap up, a couple of final reminders. First off, please choose your courses for next year as carefully as you can, as future changes to your timetable might not be possible. Check your school email and Google Classroom regularly during the coming weeks and months as timetabling summer school and other information becomes available, and this includes some of that elective promotional material that I mentioned earlier. Before picking your courses, take the time to very carefully research and plan, and involve your guidance counselor, teachers, and other supports to ensure that you make informed decisions. And last but not least, you have all of the way until Tuesday, March 22nd to complete your MyWay choices and your compulsory Google course form. Take advantage of these extended timelines. That's plenty of time to book a virtual appointment with guidance to discuss your plans and ask any questions that you may have. And with that, thanks so much for listening and giving up part of your nutrition break today. And if we have any Q&A, we'll happily address those right now.